Hey y'all, I'm back with another kids lunchbox video. This was actually filmed in December, so you're gonna see a few Christmas treats throughout the video. I hate that this was so delayed, but it has just been one thing after another lately, and most recently I have been dealing with COVID, unfortunately, but I am doing better, and luckily I am the only one in the house that got it, so this voiceover might be a little bit rough to get through, but I could not go another day without uploading, so let's just go ahead and jump on into it. So first up, we're going to be doing this frozen macaroni and cheese and fettuccine alfredo. I have not bought these in years, so this was actually my kids' first time trying these out. And if you have not tried this brand before, I personally think that they're pretty darn good. I used to eat these all the time growing up, and I always looked forward to it. And they're just $1, at least where I live. So pretty cool. I really love the convenience of it too, so I was really hoping that they would like these. I mean, you just throw them in the microwave for a few minutes and that's it. It's really low effort, and if you are watching this, you know how hectic those school mornings can be, and I do pack their lunch like right before I send them off to school, so I thought that this was a really great option. And then, of course, Boston picked out macaroni and cheese. That is his all-time favorite food. So, of course, it's his, like, number one favorite thing to pack to school. If it was up to him, he would pack it every single day. So, I do like to, keep on trying different brands and different styles of mac and cheese just so that he doesn't get too bored of it, which I don't even think that's possible. He's just like me when it comes to cheese. But he also really loves this thermos. I ordered it from Amazon. I will definitely link that in the description box. Riley is that unicorn one. I bought it at Target, but if I can find it, I'll definitely link it as well. So that was the main course. Now, as a little side, we baked these cupcakes the day prior. We had like a movie night and board games, and we snacked on these. So these were just like using up the leftovers. I will say, though, that this is not ideal to pack to school. I'm pretty sure this is the first time that I've attempted this, and there's just really no good way to transport these. I mean, they're obviously going to toss and tumble throughout the day, so the only thing I can think of is if you took, like, mini ones in a big go box, but otherwise I would save that for an after-school treat. As you've seen, I put in a little orange. Normally, I would peel it, but they're in one of those phases where they want to do everything themselves, so more power to them. I just threw in a Kool-Aid jammer, and you can't forget the utensils for their thermos. I actually did forget to put in ice packs this day, but luckily nothing needed to be kept cool other than their drink, but they don't mind like room temperature drinks. And I'm not going to show this in every clip, but they do take a water bottle most days to sip on throughout the day. So now let's see how the kids did. So first up, we have Boston. He ate every bit of his mac and cheese, so I'm really glad that he liked it. He came home saying that I'm going to have to buy him some more of that mac and cheese. So everything went over well. He ate everything. Now on to Riley. She ate about half of her cupcake, which I don't blame her. As you can see, this is a complete mess. So yeah, probably won't do that again. And then as for her fettuccine alfredo, she ate every bit of it. So I was super pleased that that went over well. Next up, Riley wanted to take a Lunchable, so this is the turkey and cheese cracker one, and you get the Capri Sun and the Reese cup. As you can see, Boston does not like Lunchables. He will not even try them for whatever reason, so that's why he's not getting one, and I know that I could easily make one of these like homemade and it'd be a little bit cheaper, but she really looks forward to taking those sometimes, so I don't want to take that away from her just because I'm filming. But lastly, I just threw in a banana, and I didn't forget the ice pack this time. For Boston, he is going to get a peanut butter and strawberry jelly Uncrustable. I just throw it in straight from the freezer and it'll thaw by lunchtime. He's also going to get a little side of white cheddar Cheez-Its. I believe in my last video I said that he didn't like those. Well, now it is his new favorite snack, so that just goes to show you how kids are. I also threw in a little Baby Bell cheese and just a small container of blueberries, which is his favorite fruit. And lastly, just a little Rice Krispie treat. I actually really love those myself. They're low calorie and they're great for like curing a sweet tooth, so love keeping those on hand. And then lastly, just the same Kool-Aid jammer. They are particular with their juices, so that does not change often. So let's see how they did. So Boston ate everything except for his Rice Krispie treat, which he ended up eating as a snack later on. And he put all of his trash in this little container. He is so organized for his age. He is 5 and he does not like messes. Riley is the opposite, but she ate everything as well, which she always does when she takes a Lunchable. So it was a good day. Now I am going to whip out the Bingo boxes. These have been a huge staple in packing the kids' lunch boxes, and in my opinion, they are 100% worth the investment. I think that the portion sizes on it are just perfect. Everything stays in its place, and it is leak proof. So what more could you ask for? But as you can see, I gave them those little Mickey Mouse goldfish crackers and made a mess. I am not a morning person at all. Like, I really struggle in the mornings. And I'm out of frame putting the strawberries in Boston's box, but you get the idea. They both really love when I pack them strawberries. They always eat them all up. And then as for Boston, in his little middle, like circular section, I'm going to give him some shredded cheese. I just grabbed the first bag that was already open in my fridge. So on this day, it was some Monterey Jack. It's so funny. For some reason, I don't know why Boston calls shredded cheese rice. I don't know where that came from, but it's pretty cute. And honestly, I used to hate giving him this to snack on because of the mess, but I worked really hard on changing my mindset and just realizing that I can easily clean it up. Just let the boy have his shredded cheese. So now I'm going to give them these little reindeer frosted animal cookies. I buy these at the dollar store or Target, and they come out with different ones for like every holiday and season. Like, they're always super cute and they're good. The perfect treat for a lunchbox. And for their main item, they are both going to get a corn dog, which is one of their favorite foods. You can easily cook these up in the air fryer like faster if you have one, but honestly my air fryer basket needed to be washed, so I just cooked those up real quick in the oven. And as you can see, if you're using these boxes, you will have to take off the stick. This box won't keep it hot, but it shouldn't be cold. It should be more like room temperature, and my kids don't mind it, so these have been a really great option this school year. So for Riley, I am going to give her some ketchup to dip her corn dog in. Boston does not like any kind of sauces on his food, so that's why he didn't get any. I wanted to give them something a little extra special as a drink because they have been trying and working really hard at school. So they're both going to get a chocolate milk. I do wish that these came in like a mini size. These are pretty big, especially for a lunchbox, but they were so excited about this. Like, they talked about it for a good 30 minutes. But let's fast forward to the end of the day and get these boxes unpacked. So starting with Riley, as you can see, she ate everything, which I figured she would. Corn dogs is always a big hit. Like I said, it is one of their favorites. And same for Boston. He ate everything. Both the kids love cheeseburgers, so these cheeseburger sliders caught my eye. I bought them at Save-A-Lot, and this was our first time trying them out. They come in a 2-pack, and you just pop them in the microwave, and they're a pretty good size for a kid, so I just gave them each one. And this was the one that I was the most nervous about for a lunchbox because I knew they wouldn't be hot. I was worried about them getting soggy. I did wrap them in tinfoil to kind of try to trap in some of that heat. I gave Riley a ketchup packet since that's what she likes to dip her cheeseburgers in. And they're both going to get a little snack size Ziploc bag of Doritos. This is something that Riley's always loved, but this is a new item for Boston. He is starting to come out of his shell, and he's not as picky as he used to be, so I'm also going to throw in a Little Debbie Christmas brownie tree cake as a little treat. And as for their fruit, they are going to split one of these Cara oranges, which are personally one of my favorites. I like these better than like normal oranges. I think that they're a little bit sweeter and they have more of like a pinky flesh to them. And I store those in a little snack size Ziploc as well. And that wasn't the best thing to store them in, and I'll talk about that in just a second, but I'm just going to throw in a Kool-Aid jammer, and there's a quick little overview, and I did put their ice packs in that little top net and zipped it up. So now we are at the end of their school day, and Riley didn't touch any of her sweet treats, but it's all good. I honestly forgot that, this was close to Christmas and they had a lot of like treats in class, so don't blame her there. And as for Boston, my dad picked him up from school this day and said that his lunchbox was leaking from those oranges, so he cleaned it out, so I didn't get to see really what he ate, but I did ask them about the cheeseburgers and they loved them. Okay, so this was the last day right before Christmas break. break. Boston did not have school this day, but Riley did. They go to 2 different schools, so I'm just packing Riley's. So she loves pizza rolls. It's another one of her favorite items. This was my first time taking it to school, though, so I primed her thermos like I always do, let it sit for 20 minutes, dumped it, and then I took a paper towel to make sure that all that moisture was gone, because I was really trying to not make these soggy. So I just cooked those up in the oven, or again, you can do it in the air fryer, and I just popped those in. As you can tell throughout this whole video, I heavily relied on my freezer, and I have no shame in that whatsoever. I am all about the convenience. I have noticed that it seems like the harder I try to make their lunchboxes spectacular, the less likely they are to eat it. So that's not what I'm about. I just want my kids to be fed, so I don't care if it's not the prettiest thing. They were super happy with all these lunches in this video. So yeah, that was her little main item, and she loves to have ranch with her pizza rolls, and I mean same. I cannot have pizza rolls without ranch, and this Great Value one is her favorite out of like all the brands we tried. So just going to get the lid on that and pop that into her lunchbox. So for the last thing that I'm going to pack her, she loves these little Nutella cups with the breadsticks. She picked those out at the store, and it's just another one of those things that she was super excited to take to school. So that is it. I didn't get to record what she actually ate because some of her ranch leaked out and her dad cleaned it out, so I didn't get to film it, but that's it, y'all. I want to thank you all so much for watching. I hope this helped a little bit and gave you some ideas, and I'll see you in my next one.